Hi friends. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's time to start talking about Amaryllis, my all-time favorite flower. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Danielle and I absolutely am addicted to growing Amaryllis. I've been collecting the bulbs for many years. They're very nostalgic for me because my grandma grew tons, hundreds, probably even really thousands of Amaryllis. And so they were always a big part of my childhood. And as I grew into adulthood, I started to collect the bulbs and really become attached to them, not only because of their beautiful blooms and also because of when they bloom. I'm growing them as an indoor plant, so they're blooming during that time of year when there's not much to do out in the garden, but inside in January, February, March, and even April, I can have these gorgeous Amaryllis in bloom. But I just really love that this is a pass-along bulb. You know, how many plants can we say can go from one generation to another? And basically an Amaryllis can live for many, many years. Now, once that mother bulb reaches 40 centimeters, generally it will be exhausted. However, at that point, it will have put on daughter bulbs, and you can see when we pull this Amaryllis bulb out in a few months' time, there's probably 3 bulbs that it has created underneath here. So I have 3 babies from this bulb. So I just think it's such a special plant to have grow and pass along from one generation to another. Now, once your first Amaryllis bulb blooms and you fall in love with it just like I did, at least I hope you do, you'll probably want to move on to the step that we're going to talk about today, which is basically living with your Amaryllis over the course of an entire year and choosing to put it into dormancy at a certain period of time so that it will bloom again for you at a date of your choosing. So this dormancy period generally happens in late summer or early fall, but let's really dive deep into the calendar year because that's something that really helped me best understand how this process works and how we can adapt it based on when we want our Amaryllis to rebloom. So you have your new Amaryllis, it's blooming, it's probably December, January, maybe the flowers fade and you're going to cut the bloom stalk off, but leave the foliage on the bulb. You're going to treat it, it's going to look like this. You're going to treat it as a houseplant for the remainder of winter and spring. Leave it in a bright, warm location in your home. Continue to water it about once a week. And when your nighttime temperatures in the summer are about 60 degrees at night, right about the time when you would plant out your dahlias or your tomatoes, you can put your Amaryllis plants outside. You can either just place the pots outside in a sunny location, or you can plant them in the garden if you prefer. And basically what's going to happen during the summer is they're going to grow more leaves and the bulb is going to really get a lot bigger. So now let's say it's the beginning of August to mid-August. This is the period of time where I need to decide when I want my collection to rebloom again inside my home. Because if I want it to bloom for Christmas again, I want to put my bulbs into dormancy in mid to late August. And here's why. Amaryllis need a dormancy period of 2 to 3 months in a dark, dry, cool location, about 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And after that 2 to 3 months in dormancy, at which time all of the foliage will die back. Remember, it doesn't get any water at all. You're just going to leave it alone, completely forget about it for 2 to 3 months. After 2 to 3 months, then you will pull it out of dormancy. You can repot it or refresh the soil, begin watering it again, and put it once again at a place in your home that's bright and warm. And it will rebloom again about 6 to 8 weeks after that. So that's the timeline that I would recommend you follow if you want to rebloom them for Christmas. And that's what we did last year. However, this year I purposefully wanted to hold off because, to be totally honest with you, I bought so many new Amaryllis. I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't know what came over me. There's something that happens to me when I go on the websites and I just click add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and I think, you know what? Maybe I have one of those varieties already. Why not just get 5 of them? That would be an even nicer display. And all of a sudden I have like 100 Amaryllis in my cart. All that to say, I purposefully ordered a ginormous amount of Southern Hemisphere bulbs this year. So I thought, rather than try to have my personal collection bloom along with all these new bulbs, I'm going to hold off putting them into dormancy so that I can bring them out of dormancy. Probably, I'm not even going to worry about bringing them out of dormancy until late December. So it's at the end of September. I'm going to choose to put my collection into dormancy right now. They'll be in dormancy for all of October, all of November, and then at any point there in December or January, even February, I can just gradually take them out of dormancy and have them sporadically blooming in late winter. So with all that being said, let's go ahead now and grab my Amaryllis collection, which is living outside on the porch, and take it down into the basement so it can get its 2 months in dormancy. If you watched my Amaryllis video last year, this is the daughter bulb that we separated from the mother bulb, and now it has 6 leaves. So I would be willing to bet this daughter bulb will bloom for us this winter season. So we've got my collection down here in the basement. This is a dry, dark collocation that stays about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to leave my Amaryllis down here for 2 to 3 months. During this time period in dormancy, I'm not going to water them at all. The foliage is going to die back naturally. And then whenever I want to pull them out of dormancy to rebloom again, all I do is bring them upstairs, repot them or refresh the top of the soil, start to water them again, put them in a bright, warm location, and they'll rebloom again in about 6 to 8 weeks. Well, friends, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see any of my other Amaryllis content, I'll link it in the description section below. Please let me know if you have any additional thoughts on Amaryllis, Amaryllis dormancy, anything. The Amaryllis that we started from seed is doing well. It's pretty small. I'll show you that really soon. And I'll also show you this ginormous order that I purchased very soon too. We're going to need a lot more pots. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.